Assalamualaikum everyone. Today we are going to present about law on the application of the rule of riba in online sales and purchases on the Shopee and Facebook platform.
What is buying and selling? Buying and selling is one of the most important activities in human daily life. In Islam, buying and selling are allowed, but any activities involving riba is forbidden because riba will benefit one party only but harms the other and causing injustice
or extra gain in financial transactions. There are two main types of riba. First will be riba al-fadil, extra gain in direct exchange. Example like trading money from money. And then next will be riba and nasiha, extra payment due to delay. For example, late repayment with interest.
The main strength that can be identified from this article is that the issue discussed are highly relevant and aligned with current developments, especially into the modern era driven by advanced technology. The article does not merely touch on the issue in general but connect them to the context of today's world, which is full of challenge and change in the financial and economic system.
This article has several weaknesses. It does not address the role of authorities such as JAKIM, the Malaysian Youth Ulama Association, or online platforms like Facebook and Shopee in tackling the issue of usury in online transactions. Furthermore, the article is solely based on literature review without any empirical research. The purpose solutions are also less relevant to the context of online buying and selling.
This article uses a logical deductive approach rooted in Islamic jurisprudence, starting from general Sharia principle derived from the Quran and Hadith and applying them to a modern online transaction. It's aligned well with the science of Fiqh Muamalat, particularly in explain the concept of riba, and its two types of riba is riba an-nasi'ah and riba al-fadl.
This slide highlights alternative perspective on riba or usury in online transactions. Some believe online systems are different from traditional ones and thus are exempt from classical riba rules, but this can cause misunderstandings about riba in Sharia law. A practical example is Shopee Pay Later. Some people think it isn't count as riba because the interest rate is very low, but according to the article studied, Shopee Pay Later still falls under the riba since it adds a 1% charge when buyers choose to pay later. This extra charge is considered riba al-fadl, meaning any predetermined excess over the original price is riba, regardless of how small the percentage is. So even a minor increase in repayment are seen as riba, showing that the digital platforms are not exempt from these principles.
The article that we chose emphasized the topic rule of riba in online sales and purchases on the Shopee and Facebook platform. The riba topic is closely related to the subject fake muamalat caused especially in the context of buying and selling. Riba is a central issue in Islamic commercial law and these articles extends the discussion into the context of digital commerce where such issue are becoming increasingly relevant. This provides a deeper understanding, not only theoretically understanding, but also helps learners apply Islamic legal principles to real-life financial transactions by encouraging them to critically evaluate on how Islamic legal principles can be applied to contemporary financial theologies and consumer behaviors.
The implication of the article. The implication of the article is to raise public awareness and help people to understand the rules about the law concerning riba al-buyu, which means usury in sale and purchase, and how to avoid getting involved in riba, particularly in online purchases. This is said due to the numerous contemporary issues in buying and selling transactions through online shopping platforms, which may cause people to unknowingly engage in prohibited activities such as riba. This is because online shopping is something common today, so it's important to learn how the transaction that follow the Sharia rules. Future research could explore more these issues in greater depth, particularly by analyzing different types of contemporary transaction and the contract used within online platform, so that more people can understand the rulings and prohibitions related to the online transactions.
So as a conclusion, this research examines riba in sales and purchase transaction, focusing on riba al-fad and riba al-nasi'ah, which are still found in online marketplaces like Shopee and Facebook. Many users are unaware that these practices are prohibited and considered medicines in Islam. The study aims to educate and guide them on the ruling of riba to help them avoid it.
I will share